drove one of these years ago. When I was in high school. Yeah, I worked
This
at
is
a
an original paint, 25,000 mile, 2-liter.
Really? Wow, what a nice car. And then there's this.
Yeah.
Oh. So this is a good one. We're going to check out a couple different cars, but more importantly, going to check out a 914-6. Pretty much all original, but it was left outside for a while, so it's in pretty rough shape. I've seen pictures of it. It's got a dent in the door. It's got a lot of rust in the rockers, as typical as of those 914s. But we're gonna go look at it. It's a super rare car. I think I can get a good buy on it. I know the guy who's selling it. He's got a couple other things, like a Scirocco and I think an old Mercedes, probably a bunch of other stuff. So, but more importantly, that 914-6. Really like to do one of those in the shop. Really do a really nice restoration on one. So we'll check it out when we get there. All right, guys, we're here. We made it. I guess he's around back, so we're gonna go around back and see. It's actually a gentleman he works with that's here, so I don't know if he's gonna want to be on film, but we'll find out. All right, let's go see him around the corner. How you doing?
Things are good. Nothing's scored.
I smell old fuel.
Got the valve cover gasket today, so I put it in. I was like, oh, get this thing running and drive it today.
Yeah. And
the carburetors were.
Yeah.
Like I said, they
sometimes you can bang on them.
Yeah.
Without taking them apart, and they'll come around. But
yeah.
Is this probably full of gummy fuel?
Yeah.
You haven't taken them apart at all?
No.
That's cool.
So then I waited 3 weeks for a valve cover gasket to come in.
Sent you the wrong one?
No, well, the first one we got sent to fucking Minnesota or something.
Oh, great.
And then, so we had to order another one, and we got it. The interior on this is really mint, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really nice. Got the armrest.
Wow.
It's got cocoa mats and everything. This thing's actually really
smells
nice.
like an old Mercedes in there. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
this thing's in great shape.
No cracks in the dash. The wood's really good.
Headliner's nice. Wow. This is a low mile car? It's been repainted, but...
Yeah, it's got like 60 on it, I think.
Really? Wow, what a nice car.
So, and then the floats are stuck or something because it was just dumping fuel in the bowl.
Yeah. So, was it running on that fuel?
It was. It was like new. I dumped like 3 gallons of new fuel in it, and it just like.
I hate that the old fuel. It's the worst.
Like I flushed it out.
Yeah.
I took the line off from here after the fuel pump, and I rolled it and just dumped all the fuel out of the tank, and then I put new fuel in it.
Yeah, it's usually what I do.
Fuel in the bowl.
Yeah.
And then like I said, it was running great 3 weeks ago, and then I just started it up now. Yeah. And the bowls are, like I said, the floats are stuck or something. It's dumping fuel. Like the fuel's just pouring in. So I took the spark plugs out and I sucked all the fuel out of the carburetor.
Yeah. You can smell it.
Yeah. So I'm just letting.
There's no octane left in that stuff.
No. So I'm letting it air out now. You know.
Yeah, this is a neat car.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice.
I don't think I've actually seen one in person, but.
Yeah.
What year is it?
71.
Yeah.
And they got, it's the no post.
So that's got to be beautiful with that down, huh?
Yeah, these are really cool looking when all the windows are open.
I like that. That's cool. Oh,
I just did new brake lines in it. All the new rubber brake lines. The brake lines were collapsed in it.
Oh, I bet they were. How long did it sit for?
It was sitting in a garage for 40 years.
Wow, what a beautiful car. It doesn't even smell moldy in here. It just smells like an old car.
Yeah, it's not bad. It wasn't moldy and mildew in there. It was actually pretty good when we got it,
Yeah, nice car.
And
man, the vinyls, all that's in good shape.
Yeah.
It's really soft still too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the interior.
The Mercedes interiors hold up really well.
Yeah, it's got the sunroof.
It's got that full big sunroof too. Yeah.
Yeah,
nice car.
Yeah, it's nice. There's no.
So you guys found it? You found it where?
Maine,
in a garage in Maine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was from out west. People had it out west, and that's our plate that's on there. It's registered and insured. But
have you moved it at all? You driven it?
I literally just got it started. I mean, I've moved it from there to here.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I didn't want to keep running it after I did the ignition and the distributor because the valve cover gasket was leaking.
You guys gonna be selling this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've done so much work to this thing.
Cars sit like that. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
It's
300 SEL, one owner, 60,000 miles, original paint.
What year?
69, yeah.
So, what's cool, the 109s, right? This is the small engine, but it turns out to be the lowest production of all the 300s. Most were 6.3s, 4.5s, then a handful of 2.8s.
There's only 2,800 of these.
Wow.
Yeah, but in the 109 is like full luxury, all leather.
Yeah. Oh, and
interior,
the air suspension
pearl.
came up. Look at the
Really?
front.
It stays up.
Look how high it is.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, it looks higher, right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here while I was
These are
running, and I'm
beautiful
like,
cars.
it's
These
all
are
air
just,
suspension.
they're gorgeous. Oh, must ride so nice.
Beautiful leather,
We
burlwood,
had
yeah.
all the interior redone, the leather.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
It'll clean
Yeah,
up
the
nice.
seats aren't in it. I gotta do the headliner in
But the
it.
documentation on this thing.
You do headliners?
Huh?
You do headliners?
Yeah.
Oh.
We got paperwork on this from the day it was made.
Doing headliners.
We got the original order sheet from the
Yeah,
guy.
it's one owner. The
Wow.
guy kept everything, and he did Euro delivery. So it's got he even went and got the.
Where'd you
brochure.
find this?
A friend of mine in Stoughton. No, yeah, it was
Easton.
Bridgewater.
So it's from around this area.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, well, he serviced it.
Did he
and the
never
guy got
drive it in the
really
winter?
old. So he actually had an $8,000 bill
No,
a few
couldn't
years
have.
ago.
That's like the BMW I just got.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a doctor, right? A doctor.
Yeah.
And then he was the servicing the car for decades and had a big bill. And then the guy, I think, got old and just let him have it.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I think it's
Yeah.
still on his title.
Yeah, so the guy that we got it from pulled the head just to do the head gasket,
Yeah.
and so he sent the head out, had the head redone, and then that was it. Never put it back together. So we got it in a bunch of boxes with a block,
Oh,
and I rebuilt the whole thing.
good for you.
No
That's awesome.
books, no
A
manuals.
few things worked out like
Just-
so we have.
And it runs?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, check it out. Check it out.
Oh, you start right up?
Look at this, just to see this dash that's cracked.
Yeah.
We had one brown original dash cam. There's another collection that we're gonna put in.
Wow.
Decent job.
Yeah. Runs good. Nice job. Wow, it runs good.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's so smooth. You know.
Literally, like, just got done building it, and
Did you put all new bearings in it and everything?
you
touch the bottom end, or?
the lower end was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't touch the bottom end. He didn't. It's got 60,000 on it. He
You
didn't.
don't need to, yeah.
Yeah, the guy was like, the guy that we got it from. He's a full mechanic too.
Yeah.
He builds cars, everything.
Yeah.
And he said it was running a little rough, so he was like, oh, I'll put a head gasket in it, and then he pulled the head, and the head gasket was fine. It needed a valve adjustment,
Yeah.
Your bill.
and
Yeah.
so he just sent the head out, had it done, and,
Yeah.
and wrapped the head up in a bag with oil, and stuffed the block with rags with oil, and like stuffed all the pistons
Yeah.
with rags with oil, and
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That was good he did that.
Yeah.
just sat
I've
there.
seen some stuff and I'm like, are you kidding
I
me?
restored all the
Why'd you
parts.
store
I
it like
cleaned
that? You know,
everything.
like,
It says all the wood trim here and up around
yeah, I
the
was
doors
noticing
and
that. It's
everything.
beautiful. It's got this really nice carpet too, that really thin.
Yeah.
That, oh, you're uncovering my favorite car here. I'm gonna end up going home with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave my truck here and drive that home. I'll show you. Yeah, we'll have to go look at that in a second.
And we just had the seats redone.
Ah, it's beautiful. You had them all done in leather.
Yeah, yeah.
Rear seats too, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
The carpet looks amazing.
Yeah, yeah, and it's got the cocoa mats in it. This thing's actually really
Oh, I
good.
love the old
paint
cocoa
will
mats.
come
There's a
back.
company amount that you can get them. You can buy them new now.
Yeah, the paint will come back because I did a little spot on the fender. And
What year is this?
69.
69. Wow.
Yeah,
And this is all original paint.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how, you've probably been doing it a long time. This paint can come back.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Big time.
I did one
you
little
test
spot just
you
to
did a
check
test
it.
spot, Yep. It'll have patina, but I mean, being original with the, I've never seen this much documentation.
I'll tell you, this
know.
paint could look phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
This guy kept everything.
I just
There's
didn't have a chance to.
there's
I'm not doing it
Yeah,
yet. You know?
I love doing that stuff.
69.
That's one of my favorite things to do,
The paint, yeah.
is bringing a car back that looks like this.
Yeah. Well, that'll be the fun part after it actually like goes up.
Yeah, it gets you kind of going to do, you do a test spot and you're like, oh, I want to keep going.
I did. I wanted to keep going, but I knew it was gonna sit here
Yeah.
until I finished. So I was like, I'll just wait. You know.
That's a great car. Great car.
Car we sold a.
How's the roof?
300.
You can get this roof to come back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Most of
The other thing too, I've had too, if they're really far gone, you just Scotch Brite them and you can clear coat them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You just could do the roof, yeah, because you can cut them right off on the drip rail,
yeah.
and you can cut it right here.
Yep.
And you can, yeah. If you guys can't get that back, let me know. We can get it to come back. Yeah. And then there's this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just about the detail, but it's getting so hot and late, you know. But it was painted really, really well.
I should have brought my trailer.
Just need.
My friend says, you're gonna bring your trailer? I said, no.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'm not playing that game today. This is beautiful.
The guy spent a ton of money in this. I knew what this was for a long time, but then I saw the values going up. But what he did is he wanted to recreate what he had in high school. He's got a lot of money, but he bought it in California. It was a California car, and then he painted it really well, and then got new wheels and tires, did top end motor, the crazy stereo. Did you see the stereo on this thing?
You sent me the picture.
The stereo, I'm like, what?
Yeah, because you wanted it like you had it in high school.
Yeah, but even like, yeah, exactly.
It got the nice headlights in it.
So it's got a subwoofer, amplifier.
Did you have the seats redone?
Yeah. Yep.
These are new.
Those are new. Well, he used the original vinyl, but I got this from MK1. I got
Yeah.
the original orange, so that was just redone. The only thing that really needs to be really good is a dash, but but I was thinking
they're hard to. You can't find the dashes for these.
No, but this MK1 guy said try this place in England that's making the leather. So what you do is you take the dash out and you give the leather to an upholsterer and you just glue it down around the corners. So it's got all the seams and the same texture, but it's leather. So it's a new thing that just started.
That's great.
And you can even go around the bin that way.
It's got that smell.
Yeah,
I love that.
The Germans.
I gotta sit in it.
It can start it up. It's just a little pull start thing, but it'll start.
Yeah, this needs a straight pipe from the Y pipe back.
Yeah. Yeah, the cold starts.
Yeah.
Screwy, huh?
Yeah, well, and then like you leave it on, it'll be good out. Like, yeah.
That's nice. They did that in microfiber, huh?
Really?
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't know what they should be, but yeah, he did that. It's got all new. It's got some new rubber in the back, a new shift boot because he wanted like a sport shift boot, I guess. So, but the tail lights are perfect. I don't know if they came like that. I mean, they're.
Yeah, those could clean up too.
I think he had new bumpers.
Do you buff the plastic?
Oh, I can.
I always do it on every car, and everybody's like, "Oh, did you put new taillights in that?"
I saw
I'm like,
that. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
This one could use it. You're right, but they're just like.
yeah, you can
so
clean
good,
them. Yeah,
you know?
I've taken them apart before and cleaned the insides.
Bumpers because they wouldn't look this good.
No, those bumpers look brand new. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Jim's just gonna buff it and get because the paint is so nice, but it's just hasn't even been washed since I got it. You know?
Yeah, the paint is really nice on it. You can tell. I mean, black. It's tough. It's straight.
Yeah, and the motor's pretty clean now.
Yeah.
We just put in a battery tray. There was just one issue with it, so it has to be clean. But
Ooh, she's hot. Woo! Woo! Your turn.
Yeah.
There was a little leak from an oil sensor, so we got a new one.
Yep. Yeah, that's typical right here. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. And this has got the metal one in it still. The aftermarket ones are plastic. You gotta always try to find the metal for the cooling. The plastic ones break because they get hot and they snap and they leak.
We haven't even done much to it. This is an original paint, 25,000 mile, 2 liter. 2 owners, but 1 owner for most of its life.
Wow. So it's 74?
74, yep.
Yeah.
But you'll be
What's the light bar? I've never seen one of those.
Yeah, so that's put on. The rest of
Oh,
it's
that's
all
original paint?
except for this.
I can see it.
Original. Yeah, this is what I want.
This is what you were talking to me about.
Well, it was worse. Okay, it was like faded.
Yeah.
Jim took a buffer when I first met
it's
him,
better.
and it's better. But then he burnt it here.
Yeah.
But either way, he said it wouldn't match. I mean, can you tell that it doesn't match?
I can tell.
Yeah. So yeah, I know.
You need a little more orange peel in
It's got
it.
to be done right. It's got to be done right. You know?
Yeah.
Then I had
that's
ding dents
beautiful.
taken out, but you know, you just check this, like things like
Oh,
the emblem on the
The
steering
door
wheel.
opening.
Look.
Oh,
I
no
just got
way.
Speaker grills. You're not gonna believe this is literally
So how many miles? 25,000?
25,000. And I drove this from New York City.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Haven't even really cleaned it or dusted it, but look at that emblem. Nobody ever sees that emblem right there. The sticker.
Oh, wow.
Look at the spare tire.
Oh, it actually smells new in here.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, you smell like the rubber
Yeah.
on the
That's
tire.
gotta be the original tire.
Oh, yeah, it smells like a new rubber tire. Wow.
But just like all this thing when we had the white one.
Look at
like
this.
Jim
I
kept
mean, this
coming
is
over
all-
and looking at it.
yeah, that's
look,
perfect.
Like the little grease marks, all the stuff in here.
That's the kind of stuff you need to look for. That go
Right.
use this car for that car.
Yes, we did. We had a
Yeah.
white one in there that we sold on
Yeah.
Road Trailer, and so he kept coming here
This
to look
place is huge.
at what the things. Yeah, just the speaker grills were cracked because the last guy. Look at that.
See, this would be what that steering wheel would be, but that was a plastic steering
okay,
wheel.
that's good to know.
So you'd have a leather wrapped steering wheel, but that's a Euro spec, which is weird. Doesn't have the horn button unless it had to do with a year.
the
But
warranty thing may
look
have
at these
switched it over, you know.
seats.
But it had a modern radio.
this had
but
to
I'm
this
not
had to
happy
be
with that
in. This
radio,
was just
but-
inside.
What?
This must have been stored in like heated storage
it was,
inside.
yeah.
This is amazing.
Yep. And the guy, it was cool. The guy that I bought it from, he bought it from the original owner. He had it for about 12, 14 years, and he used to go to all the 914 events and clubs.
Yeah.
Hey, look at the dash.
The dash is immaculate.
Except it has those stupid speakers.
Makes my cars look.
But look at this. He said every time he'd go to an event, people would bribe him to get these lenses. These are Euro lenses.
Yeah, these are Euro lenses.
And they're flawless.
Yeah, they are flawless.
You know.
Yeah.
The trunk's perfect.
I have a set of these.
Trunk's good. The only issue with the car, you know, I had dings pulled. If you saw this car when I got it, see, this is the remnant of it. He had the worst wax, embedded wax I've ever seen
underneath.
in a car. Even this black grill was completely covered in wax.
Oh, wow.
We had to detail it and everything. And
what's this look like in here?
we haven't touched it, but I need it detailed. You know, and I'll do a new tray, or at least the bracket he can do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, this is a nice car.
But check this. This is the one that.
This is nice. I love the color.
That we detailed. Yeah.
That's beautiful. And this is a 73.
And then it has a 73.5 CIS motor.
Oh, really?
Gearbox.
I like the seats.
Brakes,
Those look good in
suspension.
there.
Yeah, it's a different style. Look at the gauges.
911 gauges.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Dash. That's crazy.
I know. I don't know how they did that. I know. Someone did this car right.
How did they do that?
I don't know.
Because they had to custom make the
It's the only
dash.
one that I've seen.
They had custom made the dash.
And
Because
look, 73 date-coded Fuchs, all restored with Michelin's.
those are beautiful. I got to do that to my 69. I love that they painted the top.
Yeah, and the rockers.
Yeah, and
So it gives it that-
they fed this in with body filler.
Really?
Still doesn't have a line. Yeah, look.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have a line. The trim goes in here.
Because the trim. Oh,
Take the trim off.
Oh,
Yeah.
it gives it a whole. I know. It changes.
It changes the
makes
car. It looks the car. It makes
Just
it
sleek.
It has a 911 mirrors. This is just so nice. Where'd you find this?
I told you, my buddy in Bellingham, who's a dealer, right?
Yeah.
He gets these trades. I wish I had talked. So he has me bid on the cars, right? He got this from a guy that needed money. And he got this in a 74 911 and a 73 911. And they went to people.
This is
before
beautiful.
eBay. But this is what he did. It was a bad time of year. He put some on eBay. He has me bid them up to get, get it going. And then he lets it go. As long as whatever. And I'm like, then I saw this car and I'm like,
You need to have it.
When it hit 29 or 30, I'm like, I'm bidding for myself now, just so you know. So whatever he tells me to bid, I was bidding for myself, and I won it, and I just came up with the money. I traded in some old Mercedes and some cash, but I knew.
I love the top. I love
the way
it.
he made the mistake, and even guys I heard chime in after. He's like, "Dude, you're not really letting that car go for 30, are you?" Right? And I drove there the next morning after the auction. But this is what he didn't realize. He didn't show one picture of this.
This is the car you're talking about.
Yeah, and he didn't show one picture of the front. He just showed the interior and the exterior, how it was all restored, whatever. But
Did he even mention it was a 6-cylinder?
Oh yeah, he said.
Okay, I was gonna say.
He said, and he said like a lot of money spent restoring it, but the icing on the cake, right? So I go there, bought it and made the deal already. Then he shows me all the paperwork. Pellegrino, right, up in Natick.
Yeah.
Had this car last summer, right? That's probably why the guy couldn't afford it anymore. $17,000 sorting out bill from Pellegrino.
I'm gonna say, but to do this car to this level, this is 40 to 50 grand.
Yeah. This was done in California before. The guy had only bought it like 7 years before, but Pellegrino did that sorting.
That dash, I love it.
Sick?
Yeah, it looks great.
And then the icing on the cake for this car, which I found out after I bought it anyway, because I just knew the value of what it was. But then, again, this looked like shit. So I mean, Jim had to take everything out, did the shroud, got, cleaned, and we restored whatever we could. All the hardware was zinc.
So this is just a restomod.
Yeah, well, it's a two. But what's neat, and what I like about it, is that
how's your cold start?
Everything is 73. So they literally took a 73 and a half 911 and they put in.
So it's first year fuel injected.
What about can you see if the brake system is 911? There might be poops over there, but over here you can get on more.
No, I cleaned it all up.
Wouldn't it have to be, you think, because of the 5 lug?
I don't know. I can't tell.
It was just.
Forget that it's here. Oh, it's beautiful.
So it's got the wraparound windshield.
Oh,
it's
that's
got the
gorgeous.
For women that would turn in, like, Sophia
so
Loren
your
had
skirt
one
on
of
or
these
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It was like.
Or nowadays, could be a guy wearing a skirt.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah. Very.
or in Britain, you could be wearing a kilt.
Yeah. It
Or
was
Scotland.
like, I used to do these shows, and like that's how I bought the Alfa and the Ferrari. I would do these shows, and
Oh, I love
once I
this
got
piece.
house, yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah. They look so much like a Carmen Ghia.
Yeah.
The lines,
A little bit. Well,
really very
people
similar.
Call it a poor man's Lancia Aurelia.
Yeah.
That which are like $500,000 to $1 million.
Yeah.
But the wraparound, this is like, look at the front. The front's kind of cool. This one has what they call the dagger front emblem. Which
yeah.
is illegal because they said people could be
Skewered by them.
Skewered, yeah. But so it's not shaved. See that? See, it's got these little crazy points.
Oh, jeez.
Look at the front end. It's really cool with all that
beautiful
chrome.
car.
You know.
That's pretty. What a pretty car. I love the beautiful red.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
But this is cool. Look.
Can I open it up?
It's on the original '66 title.
Oh, wow.
And that I've never had a title older. I didn't title it for that reason because I want to keep.
Oh, look at the door. I love
Yeah.
that. That is just great. Oh,
But I took
these
the
are so
buttons
good.
out.
Yeah.
That's actually why I just thought of it. I have to go to the guy in Quincy. I have all these pieces here to re-chrome. Oh, they're all still here. See, he didn't have a chrome.
You know what it smells like?
He
It smells like an airplane in
just
there.
sprayed it silver, but this should be all nice
Oh,
and
yeah,
chrome.
yeah.
So I have to do all. That's why the doors don't open like that.
It smells like an airplane.
Yeah.
It has that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that vinyl-y,
Yep.
leathery kind of.
Yep.
That's weird.
You know, it won't shut away, yeah, because I took the handles out. You know.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's a pretty car.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
You know. But it's original, so you don't want to mess with it. The
Right.
worst of it is right
it's
here. And then
Oh, yeah.
and that even got worse. Somebody said to put acetate or something, but be careful what's underneath it, just to protect it. It's right here.
Yeah.
Is the bad problem.
I see it. Oh, yeah. It's
Somebody
lifting.
put oil before I even owned it, but
I mean, this is lacquer.
it's lacquer, yeah.
Yeah, it's.
What would you do to that? You think? I mean, it's almost.
I don't have a ton of experience with lacquer.
Yeah, but
you
look,
can burn
don't
through
wanna,
it.
You don't want to ruin that.
No.
Right. I have the original invoice, sticker, tools, books.
And to get the. I dull down my clear coat a little bit with
worse,
like
you
a
know?
cornstarch mix, believe it or not.
Right.
And to get it to match lacquer, but you can't blend it.
You can't. Yeah.
It's not like you can put clear coat over it.
Wait, could you do anything?
Lacquer is a beautiful paint,
Right.
And it has a real. It's not as shiny as
Right.
as
But
you
it
know
has like,
this
it
car,
just
but
has a nice finish. And
it has a
nice
beautiful
depth.
finish. It's
Right.
really nice depth.
Yeah.
Reds and blacks and browns look really good in lacquer.
But this one guy said that if you put acetate just to protect it basically, so it doesn't get
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
It's almost like it got worse just from being in here. Like I've had this car.
Yeah, and there's
for
not.
6 or
It
7 years.
seems like you have AC on in here too,
Yep.
don't you? Yeah, it's just
Yep.
climate controlled.
Yep.
It's 308,
328.
328.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it is a 328.
Yep.
Yeah. What is that? 86?
Yep. Yeah,
Is
you
it?
know your cars, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. First year.
Wow.
Yep.
I like these.
Yeah, that's fun.
I drove one of these years ago.
Really?
When I was in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I worked at a foreign car repair shop. The owner said, "Take it for a drive, by myself."
Oh, that's cool.
That was 17, 18,
Wow.
17 or 18. Yep. And they're all. It's funny because they were all watching me because the highway was right here,
Yeah.
and they're all watching me because you go up and you get on the highway and you come back and do a loop. And the owner said, "You better be doing at least 80 when you go by on that bridge." And I was like, "What?" I think of One Crazy Summer when they cut the back off and Bobcat closes the door and he's like, and he shuts the door and they cut the back end off and put it in the sailboat.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the
That
best.
was what's his name's first movie.
That was a 308 though. Well, this is the car we
yeah.
came to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tangerine, great color.
Yeah. So I took this thing completely apart.
Yep.
I took it. It was together except the motor and tranny were out of it.
Yep.
So we have every single piece for it.
Yeah.
The only thing we don't have is a gas tank. But the sending units there.
Yeah, this is
And
where
all
the
that shit's
pinholes are.
pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
Like, all up here looks pretty good. It's
Yeah,
not,
down in
not
there
really
isn't.
bad.
Yeah. Usually that hole gets plugged.
Yeah.
The drain gets plugged and
Really?
the drain gets plugged and they'll rot a little bit in there.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy told us just get the tank out, you know, to protect
Yeah.
it. But it
How are you?
looked pretty good. Good, man.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, and you have a Tangerine parts car, right?
I do have the exact same car. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it would matter. It had to be in
No, it
Tangerine,
wouldn't matter, but
like-
it helps. Yeah, it's not that bad. It looked worse in the photos, to tell you the truth.
No, I mean, luckily it was.
Yeah, this side's the worst side.
Yeah, how are the doors? Oh, are you kidding?
I mean, it was.
How is that even possible with that rotted that bad? Usually they're jammed right up against
It was
the.
on an old school
You know-
lift for 20 years.
Oh,
exact same place.
was it on the suspension? When
Yeah.
it was sitting on the suspension and not on the frame.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably why.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you jack them up on the frame and they start rotting, they'll start to
No,
fold.
this guy
Yeah.
was
No,
like,
when I took
When
it
I-
apart, it wasn't even bad until I started getting into it, taking all the interior and shit out of it. Yep.
When I do body work on these, I put them on my scissor lift and I jack them up by the suspension.
Yeah.
I made little brackets that, that just steel and wood, and so that I can jack it up by the suspension. Because if you go up by the frame and it's weak, it will fold the car. And you can't get it back. Yeah. I had one in my shop right now that somebody folded.
Really?
Yeah. Or it's just so weak that it started to flex.
Oh, man.
I make little plates that go. You can make little plates that go right here on the sides. These actually come. The 6s actually have reinforcement plates on them. Yeah, this is stronger right here. See this weld right here?
Yeah.
This is thicker here on a 6, and it's one way you can tell if it's a 6 or not. Yeah, they're a little stronger.
Is that
Yeah.
because they built that at the factory?
Yeah, because the 6. Yeah, because the 6 is a lot stronger of an engine. It's more horsepower. It's more torque.
Okay,
so they would twist. They knew, so they had to strengthen these. Yeah, this is stronger. You can. That's why it's probably not rotted out.
Yeah.
Because it's thicker. Yeah, it stopped right here. Usually this piece is all rotted out. I've had to make those.
But since 2001 or 2, this guy had it in the exact same spot.
Yeah, it sat on his lift. Yeah,
it's great.
I saw that picture of the dust. That's awesome.
It was complete,
Yeah.
Except he took the motor out and then just kind of like, as he was a lazy guy.
Yeah,
Anyway. He just never got around to it.
The floors are good though. The jack points aren't bad, but what problem is when you take these jack points off, usually on the inside they're rotted.
I got everything out, like any dirt and muck, like leaves that were sitting in it and everything. So it didn't.
Yeah, the floors are even right. How's this back? Yeah, right here. This is where they. Yeah, that's where they go. Right here in this corner, they start to go. But right here, you get a little pinhole. But then this corner, I don't want to lift this. I don't want to break it. But I'm sure there's a little bit of.
Yeah. Like I said.
Actually, it's not bad. Usually they'll get a little rusty right in there, but. How's the pedal box?
Should be good. Shouldn't be bad at all.
You got to unbolt that. Yeah, that's wood. You don't want to break that. The original ones are. And then underneath, there's the brackets that bolts to.
Dirt in there, but it's not
you know where I'm talking? Underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one that was bad there. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, usually those are bad. You can tell when you push the pedals too, because they'll move around on you.
Yeah,
that one's in good shape. Yeah, that's in good shape.
Yeah.
So good, it's not the hard stuff. That's actually not bad of a repair. I just did one. But the floors in it, I mean, if you looked at it from underneath, you wouldn't think there would be so much rust on the body. Usually the bodies don't rust.
Yeah.
It's usually just everything else.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I've had.
You know that tangerine car I have? The tangerine car I have? Yeah. The underneath is disgusting. It looks like brand new car on the that's original paint.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with the hood in this thing.
Usually they go right here. I've had them go here and then the floor.
Yeah, this right here, this whole piece, and then they.
What would you do with this? Would you repair this and obviously get a new hood? But
this hood's junk.
Repairable.
What happened to the corners? They just try to.
The whole thing.
They think it was they think it was a BMW and try to pry it on. Wow! Yeah.
Apart, you know?
But that just happened here.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't like that. Yeah.
That's one of the worst ones I've ever seen. Where was it parked that it did that? Right here? How long have you had it here?
Oh no, we've only had it like 3 years or something.
No, not that long.
Not even that long.
Yeah.
But
Really?
Just when I unbolted everything.
These should open this way, actually. That'd be a nice. Wouldn't that be better? I kind of like that.
It was fine when we first got
You
it.
could be the first. That could be.
Yeah, I could do that on the 6. That'd be.
You know, when I started taking it apart and everything, the hood just.
Surprised they didn't do that. It almost seems to make more sense.
It'll be actually. I know exactly now. It'll be 2 years in September.
Yep.
Yeah.
And jack point normal.
Yeah.
This side's not as bad.
What would you see? That's what I was telling you. It's like 80% good. So would you get a whole new one, or would you just?
What? This?
Yeah, the rocker.
Right there, where it's bad on this side.
This side, I would probably buy a whole new one, and maybe just scribe it in here or something, just to go all the way up till it's good, and then I mean this looks like someone hook on that under there because they didn't know where to hook it and pulled it. But the jack points, these aren't so bad. They just drill out the spot welds. They're not too bad. Yes, it's not. I mean, it's strange that the body. I mean, like I said, the bodies usually don't rust on them.
It didn't happen in Newton where it sat for 20 years, but before that, the guy bought it. It was brand new. It was one owner car. But at some point in the early 2000s or late 90s, I guess he blew something in the motor.
Yeah.
And parked it. That was the story, and then it did sit.
So was it? So blew something in the motor like.
Well, then Jim, he took it apart. It's the first one he took completely apart.
Yeah, but you said it was just seized, right?
Yeah, the pistons.
Well, that's
were
what
just
the story was.
stuck in
Yeah.
it.
But it turned out it was only one little thing. You know what I mean? So, it wasn't a big deal.
What, did it just blow a ring or something, or just lose a ring?
It must have. The pistons looked like shit. You know, like I couldn't get the crank to move.
He probably did. I bet he ran it low.
The heads off.
I bet he ran it low on oil.
Yeah.
And it locked the.
Yeah.
It locked the pistons up. It happens on the Beetles a lot.
That's what it sounds.
People will run them. The pistons will lock. The bottom ends won't lock up unless you're really cooking them.
That's what it seemed like it was.
You know?
Yeah.
Because and then they pulled the motor, like nobody. The guy that we got it from took the motor and tranny out, and it just sat in his shop. He never did anything to it.
Oh wow.
So when we got it here, I took it all completely apart, and when I pulled the heads off is when I realized.
But like you were asking about the cranks, Jim said they're good.
They're good. They're not scored or anything.
No,
So what would you need, like as far as parts, other than the normal like,
gasket set?
That's it.
Just a gasket set. Yeah.
Because you have everything put it back together.
Yeah,
and bearings. You can bottom and bearings.
Might as well get a new set of bearings.
Yeah, there's no point.
The bearings weren't scored and all that shit. They weren't bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the case. Did you have? Yeah. Did you have the case checked?
We had a hot tank.
You had a hot tank, but you didn't have anything like checked it with a dial indicator or anything.
No.
Then it's mic it out.
But I mean, there was nothing. It was tight. It wasn't. Nothing was loose.
The bottom of the bulkhead's in pretty good shape. They're known to rot down there, where the shifter and stuff. The shifter, the shift rod comes out.
Yeah.
That's pretty clean. Yeah.
Just a battery tray, I think, right?
Yeah, the battery tray and then the hell hole.
That's the hell hole has to be done.
It's pretty rusty. You'll probably get some pinhole. Probably get some pinholes in there. Is this the voltage regulator?
The original stickers. That's so cool, huh?
Yeah, I know. Those are cool. There's companies that remake them now.
Well, I know, but they have an original one.
Yeah, that's how you know it's a 6 too. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the 6, the 4 doesn't have those.
And no drain tray. That's how you know too. Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
That's right. Oh yeah.
I love when you see original stuff like that.
I do too. It's funny. It feels good to
The only thing I was
to talk to somebody who feels the same way. Like, oh look, it's got that. Yeah.
I was trying to source that emblem though, the VW Porsche one, because that's cool. But they're like, because it's got the US
it's supposed to
Gold
have.
6. But,
Yeah. So did someone change that?
we think there's a letter, which is really cool too, which basically verifies it. So there's a letter from '71 that I have with it that. From VW Porsche headquarters in the U.S. So when he brought this over, he basically wanted like a U.S. warranty.
Yeah.
And this letter comes from the factory saying that this VIN number, blah, blah, will honor a U.S. warranty program, Because back then they didn't really know about the imports and stuff, so they just entered it and basically said, yeah, you'll be covered under the regular U.S. warranty. So I don't know if
Yeah. I have hubcaps, yeah.
Oh yeah, I hired a guard just to make sure,
Oh, is this the guard? Oh, I better be careful. Security. Does the steering wheel say Porsche on it, or does it say Volkswagen, Porsche?
You have to take it up.
Yeah, it's right in the garage.
The cover should say, if it's Eurospec, it should say Volkswagen and Porsche on it. It should have the VW emblem in the middle.
I forget, man. It's been a while.
I was going to call that guy Dr. 914.
Yeah.
We've talked to him about the glasses. Well, they all say VW, I guess, right? But that's original.
Yeah, they will say VW. All the glass will, yeah.
They rarely have original content.
Yeah, you can get windshields for these still, but
Cambridge. That's where it was originally. Cambridge.
Yeah, he went to Cambridge, then Chestnut Hill.
Yeah.
Yep. So he moved at some point.
yeah, this hood's
'Cause
junk.
that's the cool thing too. I've got a whole pack of registrations on this thing.
Oh, that's great. So you got a lot of paperwork.
Cambridge and then Chestnut Hill.
So do you have the markers that are white on the bottom, and
No.
you can buy? I mean, you can get them,
It
but
just came with these. Yeah. I have a set on
it's
my
funny
car.
they changed them back. I wonder if they this is a 70.
I think they're all 70s.
So I wonder if
matching too.
I wonder if that's what they made them change to bring it over.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too.
Yeah, the lenses, because it would have been
Yep.
That in '69, I think, was when they were doing lights and.
The rear tail lights are U.S. also. They're not Euro because I have a set of Euro on the car.
Oh, they have orange on them.
They're all red.
They're all red.
Yep, they're U.S.
Huh.
US ones. Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, the red, all red. Yep.
Because I get a set of both. One of the cars I have inside has a U.S. set.
Yep.
One has a full Euro set. You know.
You don't happen to have an extra lower balance, do you?
This? No.
That twisted pretzel thing?
No.
But I bet you do.
I do have.
Is that available though? I'm sure it is.
You can get them, yeah. You can get them metal. You can get them in fiberglass.
No, we have the full bumpers, but like once I saw my other car,
well, this is nice.
They have reproduction.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would just go with reproduction.
These are these are.
But if you have a good chrome shop, the bumper probably is salvageable, right? If you chromed it.
I actually have a good set of bumpers.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, original ones.
Yeah,
That tangerine one's bumpers are perfect. Everything on that car is perfect.
And it's a chrome bumper car early.
You could probably actually, if you could. Too bad these weren't frames. Yeah. If you could take the body off that car and put it on this. You saw it.
Yeah.
The paint is. It looks like I just buffed it.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's been outside for like 6 years. Maybe more.
There's too many VIN numbers.
Oh, I think we saw that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I think we saw that when we went by there. When we first
oh, you didn't come by with him the first time. Yeah, I hadn't met you before.
We were up that way, but
I'll tell you what. These mirrors are getting really hard to find.
I haven't bought them yet, but I have a guy that has 2 NOS perfect new ones. Left and right.
You need to grab them because
I know.
Does he want a good price for them?
I just didn't have the money.
Yeah.
I got them with some other stuff. I got them for 200, 250.
I was gonna say $200 is pretty fair for them.
Okay, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't have a use for it because it's like.
Yeah. I'm just getting back from looking at that 914.6. It looks like I made a deal with them. I'm going to be purchasing the car, which is pretty exciting. I know it needs a lot of work, but we'll get to it. You know, we got a 914 back there. I don't know if you can see it right in that little door right there. That's coming to an end. We got a bunch of cars getting to an end, so we can get working on that one. We got another 914 outside. It might be right alongside it. But I'm pretty excited about it. So it'll be a good car to do in the shop. Should be good investment. So I'm going to go back down and pick it up, and I'll bring you guys along for that. Probably pick it up, I don't know, maybe next week sometime. In YouTube world, that may be 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, so that's exciting, and I'm going to end it here. And we'll catch back up with that car once we get it back to the shop. We'll get on the lift and go over it and all the parts. So thanks, guys, so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe. There'll be more stuff like that BMW right there. About to do a little exhaust, little high-performance exhaust on that. So we got a little teaser here. We got some stainless, 90. And we got a, wait, here, let me show you guys. We got a, is it in here? Oh, what do we got here? What do we got in box number 1? We have a Borley. Huh? Little Borley exhaust action. A little stainless, nice and polished. Well, it's more of a brushed polish. We could get it better, but that's going on there. And all 2.5-inch stainless. So it should sound better, look better, and just be better. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Till next time. Later.